This is a 150 lumen flashlight. It's small enough to fit in your pocket or on your keychain, which makes it perfect for RV life. It weighs less than half an ounce. It has 2 brightness modes, so it is rechargeable, and it comes with this low profile charging cord. The lithium battery will run up to 6 hours on one charge, and it's got an IPX8 waterproof rating. I have no partnership with Olight, but I've seen a few of their products firsthand, and I wanted to share this because I think this makes a great little flashlight for RV life. This model is called the i1R2 EOS, but they have an entire line of flashlights, tactical lights, lamps. I'll put some links down below. This is an awesome little flashlight that doesn't take up much space. It's easy to carry, and for under 20 bucks, it makes a great stocking stuffer. So today I want to share with you a few products that are all under $20 that I use in my RV. If this is your first time here, I'm Ross, and this channel is all about sharing my RV DIY experience with other RVers. If you've been here before, welcome back, and let's get right into it. To save money, I try to do 2 things. First, I find products that will work in multiple applications. Next, I buy that product in bulk to save money because it's going to get used. The problem with buying liquids in bulk, though, is that many times it comes in non-pressurized containers, so you lose that convenience of an aerosol can. So something I want to share with you guys are these pressurized bottles. I've been using these for years in my automotive stores. You just pour whatever you want in, pump it up, and it uses air pressure as the propellant instead of gases like butane and propane, which remember you're ultimately paying for. These bottles are also nice for non-pressurized liquids like trim and rubber protectants. I buy 303 aerospace protectant in bulk, and it's much easier to just push a button and have a nice consistent spray. The nozzle is adjustable if you want a wide mist or just a direct stream. These are also nice for solvents like mineral spirits, any homemade cleaners or soaps, or cleaners that you want to dilute. And they're also nice if you want to use just straight water as a cleaner. You're not having to pay for and waste one-time use aerosol cans, so you're saving money per volume and you're wasting less and saving space. I really like these pressurized bottles because there's so many uses for them. I'm not even going to try to say the manufacturer of this next product. It's a company I've never heard of before, but I bought these hooks back in 2019 and they have worked surprisingly well for me, so I wanted to share with you guys today. These wall hooks will hold up to 13 pounds. They have a clear backing with adhesive, so they blend in fairly well wherever you put them. I've used these to hang our family sign on the outside of the RV, along with a few other things in my garage. I've had these outside in the weather, in the elements for 3 years, and they've held up flawlessly. Now, once it's applied, you can remove these by just hitting them with a heat gun or a hair dryer. I did remove the one that I had on the outside of my RV after 3 years because it started to yellow from the sun, which I guess is expected, but not a big deal. And I've since put another one up. Now, they claim that you can remove and reuse these, but I've never tried that. Being that they're so inexpensive, I'd probably just use a new one. Using vertical space in an RV is essential, and despite the no-name brand, I'm actually really impressed with these hooks. At the time of recording this video, you can get 8 of these for about 10 bucks. I'll put links to these and all the other products in this video down below. Our first trip that was over 3 hours away from home was all the way back in 2018, and I realized I already lost a bumper cap. Factory caps are notorious for falling out. There's probably 20 different replacement models, but I've even seen people still have to drill a hole and put a pin in to keep the cap in the bumper. Since 2018, I've never had a bumper cap fall out again, and I wanted to share the specific model that I got with you guys. The ones I got are made by Camco for any 4x4-inch standard bumper, and they read squeeze right here in the middle. They're vented, so you're not locking all that moisture in your bumper, plus the vents are small enough to keep most insects from nesting inside the bumper. I've never had to put a pin to keep these from falling out. In fact, they do require a little bit of pressure to get in and out, which is perfectly fine with me. These bumper caps do not move. If you're enjoying the video, please let us know by leaving a comment down below, clicking that like button, and by the end of the video, I hope I've earned your subscription. Let's get back to the video. I put this 8x6 magnetic dry erase board on our fridge. Of course, it's nice to jot down grocery lists and notes, but I wanted to mention it today because I think it involves one of those processes that just doesn't get mentioned enough. Every time we arrive at a campground, we will write down the name, address, and phone number of the nearest hospital and veterinarian because we travel with dogs, so that information is readily available should we need it. You can also write down the campground's information in case you have a problem with your site, or really any information that you think you're going to forget. Having this dry erase board in front of us reminds us to get this information. So this next item is not a traditional gadget like the other things that we're covering in this video. However, it is under $20 and I get asked the question enough, so I figured I would answer it today. What is my favorite sealant to use? And I'm not talking about lap sealant that you use to reseal your RV roof. I'm talking about the sealant you use to reseal your panel and trim edges. So I've used a few. I've used Alpha, Dicor, Sika, and my personal favorite is definitely ProFlex RV by GeoCell. I also like Sika, but I haven't used it enough to personally recommend it. But I have been using ProFlex RV for a few years now, and this is what I would recommend. Once it dries, it almost dries to a rubbery consistency, so it is flexible. Now, I am not one of those guys who can caulk a perfectly straight, even uniform line down the RV. I have to tape everything off to apply any type of caulking, but I've had no problem installing the ProFlex RV. You can get this product in white or clear. I think they have a tan product now as well. It is not cheap. A tube of this is gonna run 17 bucks, but I'm not really trying to save money on a product that's going to keep water out of my RV. For me, and maybe a lot of you, learning how to do RV maintenance and finding the time to do RV maintenance is not really the hard part. It's that tap on the shoulder, if you will, the reminder that maintenance is due. If I don't have a system, things are gonna get missed. So I wanna share the maintenance app that I use not only on my RV, but on my tow vehicle. It's really easy to navigate. It takes all the guesswork out and it solves the problem of remembering when something is due. The app I use is called VMT, short for Vehicle Maintenance Tracker. It's completely free. I think there is a version you can pay for. I've never used it because the free version does everything I need it to do. Now, the app was built for automotive maintenance, so you're gonna see a few things that don't necessarily apply to RVs. But let me just dive into it and show you how it works. Once you download and open the app, it will ask you for permission to send notifications, which you obviously want to do. So we're going to start with the My Garage tab down here on the left. To add a vehicle or your RV, click the plus button on the top right. This is where you can enter your vehicle's information along with a picture. As mentioned earlier, much of this doesn't apply to a towable RV. Once you have everything you want, just click out of the box and click Save down here at the bottom. And now you'll see the vehicle under the My Garage tab. Now this app will allow you to do more things than I'm going to show you today, but I'll let you guys play around with it. I'm just going to continue with what I use. Now that we have the vehicle information entered, click the Reminder tab at the bottom. Click the plus button on the top right. Now this is where you're going to enter all of your maintenance jobs for your RV. First, select the vehicle you want the job to apply to, then enter in the specific maintenance job. We're just going to pick wheel bearing grease for an example today. Now, after you put your task in, enter in the frequency of how often you want to perform this task. I'll show you why I do this in a little bit. Wheel bearing grease is usually every 10 to 12,000 miles or annually, whichever comes first. We don't drive 10,000 miles in a year, so I'm going to enter annually. Then you just pick the date 1 year out or the next time that you want to perform this task, and you're set. The green arrow means you aren't due yet. This will be orange when you are within a week, and red if you are past due. And there's only one job in here right now, so as you enter more, you'll see your entire list. Okay, let's fast forward to when the maintenance is going to be due. This is what the alert's gonna look like. Once you are done performing that maintenance job, just open the job in the app and update the next due date based on your frequency. Since this is annually, I would just change the date 1 year out. And this is why I put the frequency in with the maintenance job. So if this is maintenance that should be done quarterly, I would just schedule this job 3 months out. Now, down below, you will see where it reads, to reset, delete reminder, swipe to the left. Do not use this. All this is going to do is delete the job out of your phone completely. This is available for iPhone. I don't think it's available yet for Android. Now, if you don't like or have access to this app, there's a lot of other maintenance apps out there to make things easy. This is just the one that I use. It does exactly what I need it to. It sends me an alert when maintenance is due. I complete that maintenance, and then it takes me 6 seconds to push the date out. I hope everyone has a great Christmas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.